We return on Southeast Texas Weekly right in the middle of several important races. I go to our panel to discuss this matter of some local candidates. We've got the CD 36 race underway, the District 21 race underway for state representative, the 252nd race, all kinds of action. An exciting time of the year if you like political matters. Where shall I start? Michael Lindsay, what's your view of maybe a candidate around Southeast Texas that's run surprisingly strong, that you endorse wholeheartedly, that maybe we should be taking a second look at, that we're not maybe
Well,
doing?
I hope we're still taking a first look at Bob Wortham and not a second look. I think he has really served our area and community really well for 30 years. He started here 30 years ago being a prosecutor in the DA's office, and I think that he'd be a wonderful choice, the only choice for district attorney in this area. And I know he'll do a great job.
Any other, what about any of the other judges' races? Are you a backer of anybody in the rest of the judges' races?
I've known Judge Thorne for 30 years, and I think he's really done a great job with the family courts down there. He's attentive to moms, dads, and he's really concerned about the kids and the children and their best interest.
There's an endorsement.
And he does a great job.
Well, I can talk about District 36 because I don't live in
District 36, okay.
But one of my old friends who grew up right here in Beaumont, Texas, Dr. Brian Babbitt, he and I have been friends for many, many years.
That's your endorsement on
Well,
that?
and like I said, it's in the Republican primary.
It is.
And there's a lot of people running, and they're all nice folks. I've just known Brian. Interestingly enough, Brian and Bob Wortham and I all went to junior high school together a long time ago. And, well, it wasn't that long
Junior.
ago.
Junior high
Long time ago. But no, Brian is a great guy. His sons, one of his sons is a Navy SEAL. Matter of fact, I've seen his son on Don Imus's show talking about security since he's gotten out of the Navy.
Yeah. Anybody
Great
else
guy.
that maybe is getting overlooked as a candidate?
Well, there's going to be another special election on May the 10th, and for Texas Senator to replace Tommy Williams, and I'm supporting Gordy Bunch because Gordy's got a lot of businesses. He's got a lot of businesses and clients over here in Jefferson County. So he actually has a connection to the people over here. All the candidates are on that side of the district, but he actually has agents that work with him in his business and 7,000 clients in Jefferson County. And that tells me what I need to know about a guy that is going to represent me, knowing he's got an interest in the people that live here.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Batman?
Well, we've got similar thing. District 36, Congressional District 36, there's about 10 candidates from Harris County, and then there's about 2 from what you would consider East Texas. And so 38% of the vote is in Harris County. 10 people are fighting for it. So whoever emerges there, I think, will face Brian Babbitt in a runoff.
Brian Babbitt.
I think Brian will be, he'll get by far the majority of the East Texas vote.
And he's a veteran, too.
He's a veteran. His son, four tours, I understand it, both Afghanistan and Iraq.
Was this week's court ruling a serious legal setback for the Keystone Pipeline? What's the holdup on the pipeline? Michael Lindsay, please illuminate us on why this administration just will not seemingly go ahead with the Keystone Pipeline in its entirety.
I think the country has a problem that we have no energy policy, and we haven't for 40 years.
That's an excellent
And Kent and WL both alluded a minute ago to what's going on in Iran, and the best thing we can hope for is Iran becomes irrelevant because we just don't need their energy. Keystone Pipeline, pipelines, gas, fossil fuels are not the best thing for our environment. Is it going to be a stepping stone? Are we just going to get more reliant on this dirty tar coming out of Canada for the next 20 years rather than moving on to other sources?
We just had Senator Ted Cruz in the area, as you gentlemen know, just the other day, talking about what he called the American Energy Renaissance Act. An act that would expand, for example, new permitting for new U.S. refineries, for example, as part of that act.
Well, all of the oil and gas that's coming in the United States isn't coming off of federal lands. This is private investment. Now, President Obama takes credit for the increase, but there's less going on federal lands than there's ever been in a long, long time.
And he would put that money that would be raised, the revenues generated there for the federal government, that was, you know, from drilling on public lands. That money would go into debt reduction. What's wrong with the American Energy Renaissance Act, Mr. Lindsay?
I've got to tell you, I haven't studied the American Renaissance Energy Act. So I've got to say that.
No, but that's part of what his proposal is. Not to say the least of which is this matter of drilling in the ANWR, in the Alaska National Wildlife Refuge. Any problems with that?
There's all kinds of problems with everything, and I think it comes back to what is our energy policy going to be? Are we going to produce natural gas and keep it in this country? Are we going to export it? Do we think we're going to be able to depress the price of it here to keep jobs in this country, to export product? There's no real consensus of what direction we're moving, and I think WL is somewhat right that Obama has been the recipient of a great resurgence of the ability to extract natural gas just through blind luck that it's happening and it's coming quickly.
And it couldn't
Mr.
happen
Ratman?
nicer people.
Yeah.
I have to say that we're finding so much oil in Texas that if the Keystone Pipeline never happens, we can supply our refineries right here. And there's another shale play going towards Louisiana, right along the I-10
And
corridor.
Mississippi.
It goes all the way to Alabama, actually,
Yeah.
on the I-10 corridor. Barely tapped. So we can supply the oil. Sure, the Keystone Pipeline would bring a lot of jobs while it was in construction, but it's not gonna hurt us immensely or help us tremendously in the long run because we've got so much other.
But we have
plays.
a great friend in Canada that we need to continue to
And
work with.
Notwithstanding their
got a
hockey
good
team.
That's right.
Perhaps. We're back in just moments. We'll be talking about Obamacare and more words on maybe some surprisingly strong candidates in our area when Southeast Texas Weekly continues.